Okay, so as you can see from the title, we have a 2019 Ram 3500 Laramie Megacab, and we optioned it with the high output AISIN Cummins and transmission pairing. So we got this truck from Christopher's Dodge and Ram, Denver, Golden, Colorado area, and the reason why we got it there was couple things. Let me back up real quick. So we knew we wanted to get back into a diesel so that we could start doing the RVing thing again. And in order to do that, we kind of looked at all the options, all the brands and everything that was coming out there. And you know, as you guys have seen from the channel before, I had problems with my previous Ram, so I was a little bit hesitant to jump into a new one. But some of the changes that really struck me about this truck were from the ground up. They focused on the things that mattered. Not so much a brand new cab and things like that. They kept a lot of that, which is good in my opinion. Don't fix something that isn't necessarily broke, but they focused on the interior things that need to be done. Things like loose or kind of like door molding trim that was kind of not really as tight as you would like it. All of that stuff's been addressed. So we did get the Patriot Blue color. We did it with the sport package, which I think is just gorgeous. I know I'm gonna be down trying to do some touch-up paint on these bumpers all the time, but you know what? Vehicle is a labor of love. So overall, just super happy with it. So anyways, we built one online, and like I said, we looked at all of them, and the new GMs, I'm sure they're gonna be powerhouses. You know, whether it's the GMC or the Chevy, I just couldn't get on board with the looks and the mirrors. And that's part of the equation, but the biggest thing was the interior. So we have a 2019 1500 Laramie Longhorn that is my wife's, and she loves it. And the fit and finish and interior and just styling, just they hit it out of the park. So we figured we'd give it a new shot. But like I said, new frame, all sorts of different things put on there to focus on the vibration limitations, which are limiting that, which I was having issues with last time. So like I said, we gave it a shot. So Christopher's took almost $10,000 off a sticker, which was 9,900 and I don't know, 30 something dollars. But long story short, between that and her car that she had before that we traded in, we got a really good deal on it, which was another kind of incentive to move forward. So when we built it online, we wanted to kind of do a search and see what was out there, and we found this one, and this one had every single thing that we built that we wanted, minus the running boards. To me, that's not a reason not to buy a truck that's already on the lot versus order one. If there was things like, well, you know, we want this color with the 12-inch touchscreen and all these other different things, and they didn't have that, sure, by all means order it. You gotta love what you drive. But I was really happy that this came with everything minus the running boards, which if you have suggestions, this is going to be a fifth wheel tow pig, so kind of looking at a wheel to wheel. I'm not sure I want to go with the Mopar ones, but I'm open to suggestions. Anyway, so we got up there, we were in and out in probably, I don't know, an hour, not even, and that was, most of that time was just waiting for them to get the detail finished up. But did everything over the phone. There was no games, nothing like that. The truck had about 50 to 60 miles on it when we picked it up, and we drove it all the way back down to central New Mexico. So looking at about 430 miles, I think, from our house there. So we have over 500 miles on the truck now. And let me tell you that every expectation that I had, that I thought it was going to be, it's exceeded. I mean, I've never been in a heavy duty, right? Truck that rode so smoothly. And even, so this doesn't have the air suspension. I didn't want it. I know I can add that stuff later. Some people swear by it. Personally, I've had it on previous trucks. I'd rather have the options to pick what I want. So just standard leaf spring package, running 20-inch wheels. So the ride was just unbelievable. compared to the 2500 GM that I had, which hands down was probably one of my favorite trucks I've ever owned. Fully tuned and all of that. I miss that truck. I miss that one a lot, but I mean, it's got competition with this now, and I really mean that. So between the Patriot Blue color and the packages that came with it, I'm just super happy with it. So we got a little bit of everything on here. We do not have the Harman Kardon. We do not have air suspension. We do not have running boards. And we do not have the 12-inch display. I know that's probably, for a YouTube thing, that's probably like, why are you even showing this to me? But let me show you why I'm showing it to you. This is, I mean, it's really, really solid all the way around. The Megacab backseat room, the Alpine, whether it's Alpine or rebranded Alpine by Ram, this thing is just crazy how nice it is and everything that they've done to it. So so on the drive down here, you hit all these different kinds of roads, and it was flawless. So really, for me, I just wanted to get a video out to say this is going to be on our channel. I don't post very much at all, but this was one of those things that it's like, you know, I got to throw this out there because there's lots of creators and people throwing content out there about the limited trims and all of these really, really high-end trims, and this truck stickered for 76, and you can do the math, but with almost 10,000 off, I mean, that puts it, even though it's still expensive, before even if you don't have a trade-in, that puts it in like the realm of affordability, if you will. So we love the Laramie packages. We got the Laramie level 1. It's got the heated and cooled seats, snow prep package. Yeah, it ain't gonna snow much here, but you know what, whatever, we'll take it. One thing that I gotta tell you though, that I really, really like, and I can't get over it, is the fact of like the high resolution in these cameras. Go sit, as of today, as of July 4th, 2019, go sit in a Ram, go sit in a GM, and go sit in a Ford, and look at those camera packages and tell me what you get and what you're happy with. I mean, and I'm not knocking on the other ones, but I'm just strictly pointing out resolution. Even these mirror cameras, right, for the 360-degree setup. I mean, these things right here, they do a really great job. And I can tell you that from pulling fifth wheels and things like that in trailers for quite a few years, things like that little stuff matters. The resolution in this camera right up here is phenomenal. We did option the pucks. It is an option on this truck with the bed lighting. So all the good, I gave you all the good. Let me give you two things that are quirks about this that we'll see how it goes. They don't bother me enough to where I'm gonna say they're problems, but they are quirks. So they are this. First and foremost, aluminum hood. Fine, you wanna save weight, that's good. But see that little movement? So like the physics, when you're driving between, you know, two semi trucks or in a gusty, windy day, which is really common in the Southwest, that air will start making this kind of bounce sometimes. It's not all the time, but depending on where it's coming from or how it's deflecting off of another vehicle or where that, you know, that gust is coming from, you will see some of this shake. Now, do I think Ram or FCA is going to do anything to fix that? No. Do I think there's anything that could be done? Yeah, probably. We could probably tighten some down here. I don't know, but maybe another gasket. We'll see. Overall, I would if you go get one of these, regardless of trim, they all have the same style of hood, same construction. So I would expect that. The other quirk to me, which is kind of, we'll see how it goes, it's right back here. So I don't know if you guys, some of y'all might be pretty learned in this stuff, but the backup sensors. So GM, if you think back to their 2011 through 2014 trucks, had their backup sensors kind of nestled down next to the hitch. And whenever you put a hitch in, and I haven't tried this yet because like I said, we just got here, But anytime you put a hitch in, those backup sensors would pick that up. So if those backup sensors would pick that up every time that you put a hitch in, then every time you back up, then your cab's gonna go nuts, or however you have it configured. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if they did anything on this for backup. My assumption is based off of how these are kind of oriented. Yeah, I'll get you in the bed. Hold on, bud. How these are oriented, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with it. We'll see. Real quick though, these lights, this is not a quirk, I'm bouncing around, but this is awesome. So the blind spot system for this truck is phenomenal. And one other thing before I forget, the mirrors right over here, being able to adjust that cheater mirror, you know, that blind spot mirror from inside the cab for left or right, that's been a long time coming. So good stuff. So anyway, things that are going to happen for this truck, I usually can't leave things alone, but I'll be honest with you, powertrain wise, I really don't anticipate to do anything. I can pop the hood here real fast and show you a couple things that usually well, hey, I'll let you in just a sec, buddy. Come here. So let me show you this real quick. So they are feeding air into this thing like nobody's business. So in terms of an aftermarket filter, I don't know if I'm gonna need one yet. I haven't felt a need to get one. So the responsiveness on the road is instantaneous. I will say that if you're gonna be doing a lot of city driving, especially with the AISIN, it kind of shifts like a commercial-esque vehicle, right? So that little bit of longer pause. It's not gonna be a fast shift. It's not gonna be like the new AISIN 10-speed that's coming out with the GM products. You're not gonna see that. Or the torque transmission out of the Power Strokes. I feel like those will shift a little quicker, a little cleaner. I think Ram was trying to do something in terms of pairing with Cummins to not necessarily make this race truck, but to make it a tow pig workforce, just brute force type of thing. So, but let's get back to it. So I will be doing a window tint on this. It has to happen. We're going to be doing ceramic all the way around. It's going to be just whatever the best is. Yeah, I'll get you in just a second, little man. So we'll be doing that. Tires, I'm sorry, but I'm not a Firestone fan. I'm actually somewhat disturbed that they went back to them, seeing how Firestone has quality issues, in my opinion. Some people get phenomenal life and continue to use them. Hey, good on you. I'm glad. I haven't had that experience, so we'll be switching those out probably by the end of summer with some Nitto Ridge grapplers. Big fan of Ridge grapplers, Nitto in general. And then the last thing that I'll probably do with this will be the running boards. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. If there's anything you want to know about it, this will be a daily driver as well as a tow pig. It's just the nature of the beast. But in general, I think if you guys are looking at this, this would be worth a definite nod. Check it out. Payload, by the way, with this, it's not fully loaded, equipped. It does got a little bit of everything, but you can see I am running at 3,981 pounds, so we're knocking on 4,000. So pretty outstanding. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a great one. Happy 4th of July. Be good, be safe, and let me know if there's any additional content that you'd like to know about this truck. Take care.